tomorrow is Easter, and I plan to wear this dress for Easter. So I have a bodice, I have a bottom part of a skirt, and I have an unfinished hem. So this needs to get gathered, attached to the top of the bodice, and then I need to roll the hem up. And then I need to give the whole thing a really good press and make sure that I cut off all these extra threads that are hanging out. I think I can finish it tonight so I don't have to worry about it tomorrow, but if I have to get up early tomorrow and press the dress, I'll do that. So let's get started. Okay, well, I was a dum-dum and I did not check that I didn't catch the bodice in the skirt when I was gathering. I thought I did a pretty good job. I didn't feel anything. It's pretty thin fabric. Well, after I was done serging it, this was the dumb part, I realized that some of the dress got put into the seam after I'd serged it. And when I tell you, I am so lucky that when I serged it, I did not take any of the dress off. I don't think. We're about to find out, because I can't take this apart and put it, I don't have enough fabric for a new bodice. And so at that point, I'm not sure what I would do. And I was planning to wear this tomorrow. So I'm taking the seam out. I'm gonna tear the serge out. And I'm just not gonna panic yet, but I'm gonna be very careful. Because the serge I can redo, that's easy. Seam I can redo, that's easy. Fabric I cannot replace as easy. Oh, I might have gotten a little bit of it. No, I did cut some of it. Fudge. Okay, pretty far up. So what is the solution here? I just got a little piece of it off. My thread is not a perfect match, or else I would just go over it with thread. I'm just gonna do a little patch job, I think. Yeah, this is the right, so I'm gonna do a little tiny, the tiniest of patches. It's right next to the bodice. It's on the back, I think. Truly, yes, it's on the back. So I cut about 1.5 inches with the serger, which is better than it could have been, but worse than I would like. So I have this long scrap. I don't know why I have this scrap. I just cut it off the edge. So I'm gonna take just a tiny piece. I'm gonna serge around it, and I'm just gonna do a tiny little patch with the tiniest of satin stitches, I think, but I'm gonna have to test it first to try to fix this. So I will check back in just a second and tell you how this all went. Okay, so the dress is done. I did the hem, that looks good. This really likes to wrinkle, so I'm gonna give it a really good press with a good, like, solid mist of water in the morning. We don't go to brunch until 11:30, so I have plenty of time. It's not like I have to be up and like going to a church or something at 8 a.m. So using what I had, because this problem arose at 9 p.m. the night before I needed this dress done, I was testing Like if a satin stitch would work, I was like, it like tore apart really easy, but everywhere I looked for a solution, they were using a ladder stitch, and I figured that was the closest thing. But I needed it to be flat because I couldn't have a pucker in the fabric because it's, you know, in the back. So it was in the back of the bodice, and luckily it was like right in the middle. And even if it's a little bit diagonal, I'm guessing that since I could barely see it on the camera, I could see it, but like whatever. But I'm guessing that if I can barely see it on camera, nobody's gonna really see it in person. I took a piece of fabric, I serged it like a little tiny square. And then I put fusible interfacing on the back side where the tear essentially was so that it wouldn't move around. And then I did a satin stitch over it. Is it perfect? No. Is any project ever gonna be perfect? No. Is it bothering me? A little bit. But ultimately, like, of all the places it could have done this, it could have been like over here in a weird spot. This is like in the back, a couple of inches from the top. This is pretty old fabric, so I can just like blame it on being old fabric and call it a day. I doubt anybody's gonna notice. I doubt anybody's gonna care.
Good afternoon and happy Easter to all those that celebrate. You might be thinking, Andrea, why is the purple dress on a coat hanger and you're wearing a different dress that you wore to Easter brunch? I would love to tell you. I finished the dress last night after all of that, the problems with the accidentally putting the hole in the back and then sewing the skirt on and throwing it in the dryer so it looks a little less wrinkly. It's still kind of wrinkly. I think it's just the fabric. And I had it all finished and it looked really good. And I came down here to iron it this morning, and then I went to put it on 10 minutes before I left. It is about this much too long in the waist. It hit me here. When it's supposed to hit me kind of up here like this dress is. This one's a little short in the waist for me. I need about another inch. So it was too far gone, too big of a mistake to wear to Easter brunch this morning, which is not a huge deal. I knew that I could throw this dress on for the day and go. So this afternoon, I am going to take the skirt off, cut this up. Since this is a similar style dress that I'm wearing right now, I'm going to measure from the armpit to the waist and add about 1.5 inches, I think, and aim for that to be the length. I think that'll help a lot. I don't know why I didn't think about it or put it on before I attached the skirt, but I was blindly trusting that I had done things correctly, which was naive of me. So I'm gonna put on some much more comfortable clothes than this. I'm gonna throw my hair up, get it out of my way, and we are going to fix the dress the next time I want to wear it. It's wedding seasons are coming up. I can wear it to a wedding. So we're gonna fix that, get it done, give it a really good press to see if I can get any of these wrinkles out. I've struggled. And then I'll show you the finished product. And I also got my yarn delivery in from Spain. So I thought we could unbox that and take a look at that too. Let's do it. The dress is finally done. After tearing this out and then the hole that I had to fix before, let me see if I can find. I ended up cutting off about, what is this, 3 or 4 inches? And you know, it was in that 3 or 4 inches, that spot that I had to fix. So not only does it fit better, it fixed a problem that I thought I was gonna have to live with, which is incredible. So I'm very excited about this one. I know I didn't get to wear it for Easter, but there are plenty of weddings and things that I have to go to this summer that I think this will be perfect for. I might let the elastic out a little bit. It feels a little bit tight, but we'll see. And I might press the puff sleeve down just a little bit. But all in all, the fit is great. It's baggy, which is perfect for being comfortable in the hot humidity of Midwest summers. The pockets are quite large. I would put my phone in it, but you're my phone, so to see if the weight held up. But it's lightweight, it'll be really comfortable for summer, and I think I would probably make another one of these. I don't wear a lot of dresses, so I probably don't need another one, but I really love this color. I tend to look really good in like, I don't know how to describe it other than like bold pastels. So like when I think of like a lavender, I think of something much lighter than this, but when I think of purple, I think of something much darker than this. And these like kind of in between, very like saturated pastel colors tend to look really pretty good on me, especially like the purple and the blue. I'll show you a blue in a second. So yes, we're done. It's finished. I also thought, since we finished the dress, I am on the verge of finishing my first sweater that I'm knitting. It's also about this color, coincidentally. I told you guys that I ordered yarn from Spain a few weeks ago, and I thought we could do a little unboxing of that because it finally arrived a few days ago and I'm very excited to use it. So let's do that. Okay. I got this big old box from the USPS a few days ago, and I opened it up to make sure that I got everything, and I did. I haven't counted it, but I got all the colors I needed, so that is great. I wanted to order the Drops brand because it's an affordable brand for me to be using right now because I don't have $25 a skein, even $15 a skein money right now, but I do want to keep knitting and sewing. So we're gonna do it in an affordable way right now. And someday I'll have money for more expensive fabrics if I'm feeling it. So I ordered from Las Tijeras Mágicas. The website is Magic Scissors, and it came like this. It took about three weeks for it to process, about 2.5 weeks to process, and then about 10 days for it to ship and get through customs and all that, which I didn't need this like immediately. If you need something immediately, order it somewhere else, but however long it took, I was good with. So the box came through customs, great, so highly recommend it. Like, we didn't lose anything. And when you open the box on top is this kind of shoebox shape that helped, you know, keep things from falling out, so that was great. Very cute. And it came with these little charms, a sewing machine, it says Singer, and a little charm in the shape of their little Magic Scissors witch lady. So first things first, I ordered 2 different kinds of yarns for 4 different sweaters. The first is the Nocturnal sweater, and I'm going to use Drops Charisma for that. Now this isn't like the softest ever, but I don't know how sensitive my skin is to wool, so this is going to be an experiment. My mom always had really sensitive skin when it came to wool, but I think that mine was maybe a little less so we're going to find out. Worst case scenario is I wear a turtleneck or some kind of thermal something else underneath it and I don't have it right against my skin. Not a big deal. So for the base of that, I ordered this medium gray. Try not to destroy this. And then the black for the cats, and then the off-white for the other details. I've never done color work before, so when I ordered the colors, I wanted to make sure that I was getting enough contrast so that you could see the color work. I didn't want the color work to get muddy. I think that's something that when I see the examples of a project on Ravelry, I really notice that sometimes like the colors get a little bit muddy if they're too close in color together. And with my design background, I'm doing like color balance and contrast and those kinds of things kind of come second nature for me. So I've got that. Then, oh, there's some other ones in here that I needed to show you. For the daisy sweater, I am doing, let me see if I can find this. For the daisy sweater, I am doing this really nice
royal blue as like the base color. The rest of this is going to be drops Paris, by the way. This is 100% cotton. It was 98 cents a skein, so the price was great. So I'm going to do the blue as the base for the daisy sweater. This kind of buttery yellow, I think they called it vanilla, who knows, for the inside, what is that word? The center of the flower, and then I'm going to do the flowers in the white. I really liked their example, but I really didn't want a navy sweater in cotton in case I wanted to wear it a little bit more in the like spring, fall, in between seasons. And I have quite a few of cotton sweaters that I really like, so no complaints there. Let me get this organized back together here. So we have the blue, and then for I'll pull it out of here. I can't remember what the sweater name is called, but I'm going to put it up on the screen. It's like a really cute, like, it's like an upgrade. I would call it like an upgraded raglan. It's not a basic raglan. There's some different details in the sleeve, but it is a raglan sweater, and I really just like loved the details on it. But tan looks atrocious on me, so I wasn't going to get tan. So I got this really pretty light blue cotton. So I'm gonna do a whole sweater, just like a solid sweater in that pattern in this, and I think that's gonna end up looking really nice. It's more of a fitted sweater than the other ones. The other ones, the daisy sweater and the nocturnal sweater, are a little bit more oversized, which I think is gonna be really nice for transitional seasons. And in the winter, I can always just throw a thermal shirt under a cotton sweater and be plenty warm. It gets cold in St. Louis, but it doesn't get like constantly frigid below 0. So like the one wool sweater will be really nice, and at some point I'll have more wool sweaters, but I'm really not worried about like being comfortable in cotton, and I know my skin likes cotton. So the last one I got, I'm gonna do another step-by-step sweater, but with the German short rows this time, because I did not do the German short rows in the first version of it. I just wasn't feeling confident enough to do that. I probably would now, which is why I'm going to do it. So I ordered this color, which is like kind of a deep red with just a hint of almost like a cranberry in it. They had 2 versions of red. They had, let me see if I can find, they had like a fire truck red, kind of like this, which is like traditional Christmas bright red, but sometimes they're like a little too bright, and I generally like a jewel tone, kind of a little bit more, something a little less Christmas red. And this was called Bordeaux, which I don't think it looks like red wine necessarily, but the pinker quality of it I think is great, and I think it's going to look really nice on me as far as skin tones go. Let me put this away. So I'm going to do another step-by-step sweater in this. I'm really excited to get moving on some of those projects. As far as knitting goes, I only like to have a few projects going at once, because I get overwhelmed if I have too many, and then I can't choose what to work on, and I don't work on any. So I try to have only kind of like one of each thing going at once. Let me put this away so that you can see me a little bit better. So generally I like to have like one knitting project at a time. Now, with the variety of sweaters that I have in my queue kind of coming up here that I have yarn for, my guess is that I'll probably start one that is like the step-by-step sweater with the Bordeaux, just to learn the German short rows, and because generally it's like just stockinette and increases, so it's something that I can do like if I take with me and people are talking and I'm trying to listen. So during the summer when we go to the lake with my family, there's a lot going on there, and I don't necessarily want to have a project that requires a lot of brain power, because I've made mistakes before doing that. But I'm also really excited to start the Nocturnal sweater. I would love to see if I can get it done by Halloween, which is what, like 7 months away, but I still need to finish my last sweater. So if I can finish that this month and get it going during the summer, it'd be cool to wear it for Halloween. But as far as next projects go, I thought I would ask you guys what you want to see. I have a couple of things that I am feeling, but you let me know what the vibe is. I have the Lane pants pattern. I would really like to make some, to get the fit on that right, so that I can make some cool, comfortable elastic waistband shorts for the summer. So that's an option. We can work on getting that to fit. I want to make a quilt that's like a picnic quilt, so like that traditional red and white kind of gingham look. Maybe a little more multicolor than that, because I'm typically working with scraps from the fabric thrift. So we could try that. I also have this idea for a farmer's market bag. Now, I've kind of been on the search for one for a while, but most of the ones I find are like a tote. When I'm walking around, sometimes you want to pick things up and I don't have to pick my bag up and down the whole time. So in my brain, I want to design a farmer's market crossbody bag that can hold produce and flowers and bread. Those are typically the things that I'm gonna buy at a farmer's market like that. I haven't fully figured it out, but we could figure it out if you're interested in that. So let me know in the comments. Lane pants into shorts, a picnic quilt for farmer's market bag. If you want to see those things come to life, subscribe. That's super helpful to me. It helps my channel grow and it helps me keep doing this long term. And I think that's all I've got to you. I think that's all I've got for you. And I will get started on whatever you guys want, starting tomorrow. So you let me know, and I will see you next week for whatever you guys choose.